Why is Antarctica considered a forbidden zone by the US government? Could there really be giant creatures beneath the ice? For Antarctica, which has been frozen for 4,000 years, anything strange could happen. Anything bizarre is possible. These scenes may be images you've never seen in your entire life. On the surface, this seems like an ordinary ice floe. In reality, it's a 100-meter iceberg that dives straight to the seabed. What we can see above the sea surface is only 1/10 of its gigantic size. The deep sea waters beneath the ice wall are a world humanity has never stepped foot in. What people know about it is very little, even less than our knowledge of the surface of Mars. Today, our research team has brought the world's top deep-sea exploration equipment to Antarctica. We will dive deep into the seabed, spending over 1,000 hours to uncover the miracle of life beneath the ice. No one knows what we will encounter. The detector slowly descends along the side of the ice wall. This is what the iceberg looks like beneath the surface of the sea. On the 100-meter ice wall, there are honeycomb-like indentations. It looks like a carefully carved mural, especially magnificent. At 20 meters underwater, even more strange sights come into view. These giant figures floating in the water are a group of sperm whales sleeping upside down. Sperm whales have the largest brains in the world. What dreams they are having right now, no one knows. But they usually sleep for only 24 minutes. So, if they suddenly wake up now, what would the scene be like? It's hard to imagine the feelings of the photographer at the time. The detector continues to descend. As the depth increases, the pressure on the human body becomes greater. The components of the detector undergo slight deformation due to the water pressure, making a hissing sound. At 100 meters underwater, we reach the base of the iceberg. It looks very empty here. There seems to be no sign of life. Continuing down to 200 meters underwater, we enter the ocean's middle layer, the twilight zone. A spectacular bioluminescent storm strikes. In just a few minutes, the detector is completely surrounded by bioluminescent creatures. According to statistics, the current total amount of Antarctic krill is around 700 million tons. They are not only humanity's ocean food warehouse, but also the ultimate secret food for Antarctic giants. Almost all animals here feed on krill. As the detector moves forward, we discover an underwater garden. However, these are not plants, but benthic animals. This is a starfish, an ancient marine invertebrate. They swim by using dozens of long, hairy arms that drive them forward. The most interesting thing is how they look while descending. As the detector descends to 500 meters underwater, we enter a magical world. Here, many breathtaking and strange creatures live. This is a living worm. Its body is cylindrical. Only a few sunlight can reach this deep underwater. To survive here, you have to make full use of every bit of dim light. This is a swordfish. Its eyes are as large as tennis balls. Even in the dim underwater world, it can see everything around. Cross-eyed squid. Soon, a more sci-fi fish appeared. It's called the copper eye fish, a deep-sea fish that looks quite melancholic. But what you think is its eyes are actually its nostrils. The two glowing pearls in its head are its eyes. To get a wider field of view, they directly created a panoramic skylight on their heads. This allows them to see above, and also see their glowing back. So it's also called the big flagback fish. If you hadn't seen it with your own eyes, would you believe such a creature really exists? When the detector broke through 800 meters depth, an even more astonishing discovery excited us. A moon jellyfish, over 20 meters long, appeared in our sight. It's one of the hardest giant creatures to see in the world. So far, humans have only observed moon jellyfish around 130 times. It has a psychedelic reddish-brown color, with tentacles over 10 meters long. They drift in the water like ghostly claws. It looks like a creature from hell. To witness its true form is undoubtedly a rare fortune. In Antarctica, almost all marine species are larger than those in other seas. This is a red jewel squid. They grow 2 meters long, weighing 50 kilograms. They are the sea monsters fishermen speak of. Like land wolves, their tentacles are covered with powerful suckers with spikes, which can firmly hold on to prey and push them into their mouths. When prey is insufficient for protection, they start to cannibalize each other. This squid grabbed a smaller individual with its tentacles. To keep other squids from noticing, it released ink as a cover. But even so, a bigger red jewel squid still found an ambushed. In a mud basin 1,000 meters from the seafloor, we joyfully discovered the much-loved king crab. But unlike ordinary king crabs, the king crabs living in Antarctica have almost no natural enemies. This allows them to grow even larger. With legs 90 centimeters long and shells 30 centimeters wide, they are both slender and plump. As the detector continues to descend, we gradually approach our final destination, the deep sea midnight zone. This area is 1,300 meters below sea level. Sunlight cannot penetrate here. We seem to have stepped into another dimension of time and space. There is life here too, but their forms are completely different from those we usually see. Entirely alien. They are like extraterrestrial visitors, radiating brilliant light. Here, 93% of the inhabitants communicate by emitting light. This primitive and mysterious method of communication may be the earliest language on Earth. However, our understanding of this light signal is still quite limited. We cannot fully decode it. But the animals here have made full use of light in every way possible. This fish, with a little nightlight on its head, is called an anglerfish. They emit light to lure prey with curiosity. This long-toothed creature is a fang-toothed fish. Their bodies are covered with pressure sensors. They can sense any movement in the surrounding water. Fang-toothed fish are the most greedy hunters in the abyss, but their prey also has an escape technique. This glowing ink can effectively distract the predator's attention. In this pitch-black deep sea, it seems that life has broken free from the shackles of time. Jellyfish have almost achieved immortality. They reproduce through constant self-cloning, copying countless tiny individuals and then linking together. They become the longest animals in the world. Reports indicate that the longest known jellyfish can reach 120 meters. As this exploration nears its end, an astonishing scene appeared. snow began to fall in the deep sea. Cloud-like organic debris constantly fell from above, like a nourishing forest to the bottom-dwelling creatures. And the snowflakes they missed eventually became part of the seafloor. For millions of years, the seafloor has accumulated 1.6 kilometers of silt. When the detector touched the seafloor, a large amount of methane bubbles suddenly erupted. Tests show that the concentration of these methane bubbles is extremely high. Even more astonishing is that there are large amounts of methane bacteria gathered around the bubbles. These microorganisms that survive in extreme environments may be the key to unlocking the mystery of life on other planets. Now we know that there are oceans on the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Since life can survive in such harsh deep-sea environments, they could certainly also thrive in some extraterrestrial world and reproduce.